Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Decorative Survival. So, in the last episode, I built this house, I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain that was last episode. I hope that wasn't like 2 episodes ago or something. I built that house, and in this episode, I'm probably going to build some houses out along here, because there's not very much room left on, well, there isn't any room left on this lane apart from this spot, which is for a garden. So yeah, I'm going to get started on a house that's probably going to be here, and yeah, then I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm voicing over this time lapse, and this house is mostly the same as the other houses, although I decided to put a little crop plant bit at the back. As you can see, that's the part of this that has the logs but no walls around it. And I actually decided to put wheat in these because I haven't actually put wheat in very many of the smaller per house fields, but I have put them in a few of the larger fields. And yeah, this is basically probably going to be the last house that I build until I slightly tweak this style, because basically this house and the houses nearby are meant to be were constructed at roughly the same time, and the style slightly changes, so I might try about switching the trapdoors out for the fence gates, and I think this is actually the end of the time lapse. Alright, so I am back and I have now finished this house. Wait, no, I haven't finished this house. I've got to put a door on it. There we go. So, this house is upstairs. It's missing. Well, not really missing, but there probably should be something up here. I just don't really know what should be up here. So, I'm just going to ignore that. Also, I did find, here's the 2 brown llamas from various wandering traders that have wandered into these houses or just gotten their llama stuck, and I figured out where the white llama went. It went over here. So what I'm probably going to do now is just continue work on the hill that I have over that hill. Well, it's that hill, but the extension of it. I'm going to need to I will now get started on that. So, I'm going to get started on that. I actually have firework rockets. Should probably use them. I try not to use them, but I'm probably going to continue on this side, as I've mostly finished this side up to a certain point, which happens to be up here, where I need to decide if I want to put something like packed mud up there to kind of make it look like it's in a place where snow gets some of the year and therefore the grass doesn't grow on it. But I'm just going to continue on the cliff and mostly the rest of this hill, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I am voicing over this time lapse, and to be honest, this voiceover is probably going to be split up into quite a few pieces, as this is a really long time lapse. So I did quite a lot on this hill in this time lapse. In fact, I did a lot more than any other time, that I've worked on the hill, or either of the hills. And I actually wanted to kind of try out a few different techniques for, I think making the hills look more realistic. So yeah, I think these make the hills look more realistic by essentially deciding on a place where I want to reach and then curving to reach it, and then from that place then curving to reach another one. As you can see, I put up some lines to help me figure out where I wanted those points to be on each line, and yeah, it just means that I can I think this kind of makes the hill look less flat and kind of a bit more rain-worn than some of the other pieces that you can see. Anyway, yeah, I quite like this hill. As you can see, I also need to add a cliff, and I'm probably actually going to take a break from this soon. Well, in the next episode, I'm going to probably not do much work on this because this was quite a lot of work. And so basically, I'm also planning on the top of this hill to maybe go into packed mud. I think I mentioned that earlier. I'm basically planning on putting some packed mud towards the top. Basically, it gets a bit cold for the grass to grow during winter or something. The grass hasn't got time enough to grow back. And possibly some stone where the grass never grows back, but probably no snow on this one. I don't think it's probably going to be tall enough for me to want snow, and I'm also not sure I want a snowy mountain this close to my town to kind of show that these mountains aren't actually that tall, but they're a bit tall. Yeah, I'd like snowy mountains if I'm building them to be larger. Alright, so I am back, and well, I have done a lot more on this hill. Not on that side though. I still need to do quite a bit more, and this is definitely missing a cliff here. And I probably want to tidy up this piece of land. At least that piece of land, maybe a bit more. And I think I slightly prefer this landscape style that I've... So I think I prefer this landscape compared to that one. So I'll use this style again in other places as well. I'm probably not going to just go over that again and replace it, but I'll probably use that in most other places. And well, apart from that, yeah, I did probably spend a bit too long on this and not enough time on other things. So I'm going to have to wrap up this episode now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, goodbye.